The one I've always wanted to talk about. Always, always, always. Let's go. Cap and Romanoff. Cap and Black Widow. You heard it here first. One from Civil War, not Civil War, from Winter Soldier. One thing me and uh you're gonna hear this name up again, T. We talk movies, movies, movies. Maybe one day down the line, he'll come in and into the fold, and we'll talk some movies together onto the on the channel. But we've discussed this, and I've actually from way back when Winter Soldier came out, that we loved how Winter Soldier, usually there's a romantic counterpart.
5 years ago, I was escorting a nuclear engineer out of Iran. Somebody shot out my tires near Odessa. We lost control, went straight over a cliff. I pulled us out. But the Winter Soldier was there. I was covering my engineer, so he shot him straight through me. Soviet slug, no rifling. Bye-bye bikinis.
Yeah, I bet you look terrible in them now.
Just to kind of like, it gives you someone to fight for, and kind of makes the movie breathe a little, because especially in the action film, the subtleties between Black Widow and Cap were so dope, because they were two different types of people. And I love how they started off with her trying to hook him up with someone, and some of the moments, even when she kissed him, I don't like how they dialed that back in Age of Ultron. Like it didn't matter. Nah, that was
exactly
well
what I was
crafted. Seeds were peppered throughout the film, and I felt that through the course of the Avengers films, you will see them naturally grow into a romance. Tell me, am I bullshitting when you saw Age of Ultron, when you seen that whole shit when her touching this motherfucking nigga's hand, and she calms the beast down, and everybody's like, oh my gosh. You know what I mean? Wow, I can't believe what just happened. You know what I felt? I was like, what the hell is this bullshit? What the hell is this bullshit? I could not believe that they did that. I was like, what's going on? Now they got a romance? When did this happen? When did this happen? It looks so forced and so out the way. And I got theories on why, but I'm not going to go all the way into it. We'll touch on that another time. I always felt the Russo's brothers knew this was the direction they were going to go. And I believe it's in the comics. I definitely see the one animated future series on the team. They actually have a kid together. So again, I really think that was the direction, and they would have real interesting relationship. I liked their parents.
You don't need practice.
Everybody needs practice.
It was not my first kiss since 1945. I'm 95. I'm not dead.
Nobody special, though?
Believe it or not, it's kind of hard to find someone with shared life experience.
Oh, it's all right. Just make something up.
It was so, they had chemistry. They really did. And when the soldier noticed it, there was a nice little spark there. So for them to just totally take it off the table like that, I felt like that was agenda driven by the director that picked it up. That was like, no, 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 no. I do not like this storyline. Let's pair her off with him, Bruce Banner. Because it was real awkward how Cap just went out of the nowhere to tell Bruce Banner, yeah, that wasn't real with me. With her and you, that's real. Really, bro? Really? Something peppered ever so nicely. You just snatched it off the table to Bruce, who's never had any kind of comic book history linked with Black Widow like that romantically. His love interest was always Betty. Always. That was the weirdest choice I ever seen when I seen that movie. I never liked it. I'll be honest with you. I never liked that in Age of Ultron. That was something that always rubbed me wrong. I said that years ago. And I felt like the Russo brothers felt like when they got this film, they finally wanted to set things back to where it was supposed to be. That's why in what was it? The Infinity War.
Hi, Bruce.
What was the first thing when Bruce saw Natasha? What did my man Falcon say?
This is awkward.
I really felt like it wasn't awkward because she hasn't seen him in years. I think it was awkward because in the years you were gone, Natasha was with who? She was on the run with Cap. I really believe they had a relationship. There's a reason why in Infinity War she showed up directly with Cap. Even though Falcon was there and yeah, he would fly, it makes sense because of positioning, but it was just the way it was. Nah, I think they're going to fix that situation and bring it back to them too, which I think they make a real nice couple. Like in terms of like how they play off the energy, I just felt like they have more chemistry, on-screen chemistry together than she has with Bruce. It just felt too forced. It didn't feel earned. I feel like them ending up together is well earned. And I have a whole theory around it, but we're not gonna get into that hour because that could get a little extra. But but I do feel like there was a directorial reasoning, and I really felt like the director Josh Whedon felt like no. He didn't like that being sparked off in the Russo brothers film. Not saying that it was direct shots to them per se, but I just think he didn't like that choice. And I think he specifically wanted to change that. So when the Russo brothers came back for Civil War now, they kind of made it look like he was going to mess with, I forgot his first girlfriend's name right now. But her, I think it was her niece or something like that. You know what I mean? And Agent Carter. So it was like, all right, cool. It kind of came, but you know what I mean? But she was written into the film. You know what I mean? So now when we get to that part of it, it was like, all right, cool. This is the way they're going to have to go. But now guess what they landed at because of Civil War? They were able to get what? Infinity War 1 and 2. Or, well, Infinity War and Endgame. When they picked that up, I think they said, you know what? We're going right back around. And they made sure that they just threw it right out there when you first intro them together.
This is awkward.
Because now we're putting it back to the story and the storyline with Cap and Black Widow, and we're going to send them back onto the course that we set off in Civil War, their first film with the franchise. That you heard it here first. This is March 18th. I've been saying this for like mad long. I think I said this over a year ago, but that was me and T talking about it. But I'm bringing it to you guys here, and I want to bring you in a conversation. And what do you think about my theory? You know what I mean? Does it make more sense now when you watch the films? What I'm saying in terms of that was the course that they wanted to set them both on, Steve and Natasha. But because you had a new director come in and they wanted to have Bruce and Natasha paired off, then they had to say, all right, now the next movie, the guy that set off the first romance, he said, all right, you know what, let's pivot in Civil War and let's see him have a romantic interest in Peggy Carter. I think that's her first name. Peggy Carter's her niece. And I think that's her niece, Agent Carter. And let's do it that way. And because remember, it was after Civil War. Because of Civil War, because of Winter Soldier, they got Civil War. And because of Civil War and how they handled an ensembled cast of that magnitude, they were able to easily go right into Infinity War, and they were gonna have to get Endgame. And I think now they were like, now we're gonna fix it. But what do you think? That's my theory. What do you think? You know what I mean? Do you believe my reasonings for it. Do you first believe that Cap, and that's what that scene Anthony Mackie as Falcon said when he said
This is awkward.
he really meant that it was awkward to see Bruce, just seeing Natasha being there with Bruce, or Natasha seeing Bruce while she's with her new boyfriend Cap. And let me know, do you think that my theory on how and why, does that make sense to you? Leave it in below. Next up, we'll